Okay, we'll call this commissioner meeting to order. Please join us in the pledge.
Don't be complaining about your vote, I want to hear it.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll start out with the minutes of our April 15 meeting. I'll second that motion. I have a motion by Dale, second by me to approve minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
We had Judge Freed on our agenda. He may show up later. County Recorder Lisa Witt.
Hello. Mine is quick and easy. So we brought a contract a couple months ago from US Imaging for digitizing our deed index books and our deed books. And at that time when we came in, the bid was $117,349.58. And we were going to move forward with that. But I went back to the office and I started doing some thinking and working with the company. We've decided we're going to, rather than doing the deed index books, we're going to do the deed record books, because that is the actual deed. And then we're going to do some unrecorded affidavits. And so that's going to save us about $13,000. That's not to say that the deed index books don't need done at some point in time, but we've got the main thing when we've got the deed. So we just want to make a revision in that contract, that rather than the deed index books, we're going to replace those with the unrecorded affidavits.
Okay, well, to me, it makes perfectly good sense to leave the index books off, because when you get into this system, all you need is a keyword and it will bring up.
Yeah, because we're going to be indexing those deeds anyway. You're going to be, like, if you were to come in and want to search yours, we would just put in Dale Strong and it's going to pull up your document. So, and essentially that's what the index book does, would allow you to search it if you were having to pull out the big book.
Right.
So,
Dollar amount stays the same.
do what?
The dollar amount stays the same.
The dollar amount's going to go down about $13,000. It's going to be, in just a second, $104,441.08.
104.
$441.08.
Okay, so you're ready to proceed.
Yes. It's going to be a savings about $13,000. Now, like I said, at some point in time, we definitely should do those index books, but I think our priority probably needs to be those deed records and the unrecorded affidavits. We can tack those deed records on at the end somewhere when we've got a little more money.
Okay, so you need us to give approval to this contract, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a copy with me. Is this one here?
So this one out too. Perfect.
Had Jeff look through this
It's just, yes, it's just changing the,
dollar amount.
It's just changing the dollar amount and what we're scanning.
yeah.
We didn't make any other changes.
I'll move to approve the 104,441.08 for the new contract.
And they're going to be actually in Indiana at the end of May, so they're hoping to get us rolling. That was, so hopefully
I'll second the motion.
we can have it done within a year.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
2 ayes, Jane.
Okay. That's a win for Fayette County today. Thank you.
Okay. EMA Director Wade, do you have anything today?
Not today.
Okay. Chris, do you have anything for the Highway Department today?
We did, unless things have went disastrously wrong in the last hour, we have gotten the cans in for the grant, the road grant. They're done, except for one maybe for Bill. So, all the cans we need to get replaced on that community crossings grant are in.
Good.
So they have worked incredibly hard at that to get this done, and pretty happy about that. I don't like to be the last guy finishing stuff up here, so. But, so we're not ahead, but then we can get hot mix now out of Milton, so hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we'll be out with the paver here fixing some roads that can't fix them any other way. We're just gonna have to pave some strips, so I know there's plenty of people in the county waiting for that. We're gonna be headed that way shortly, so.
Yeah, I know, you guys have got plenty of work ahead of you.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. We'll get there. It just takes a little bit, so.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else?
You got anything?
Did you need this approved?
I don't know. She didn't say. That's that annual report's what that is, Dale. I don't know if that has to have any official approval or just got to be signed by the commissioners. I haven't even signed it yet.
Is this something you brought in, or Jane, was this?
I brought it from the office.
I have reviewed it,
Yeah.
though. I mean, she sent it to me a few weeks ago. So like I went over all the numbers and.
I didn't get much information from Angie because I was out with the guys with the canes before I came here, so I just picked up what was there and came, so.
I think it's due to the state June 1st, but you guys, you do have to sign it.
Yeah, that's early, I think,
Sign
really.
it.
for-
I'll move to approve.
Okay, I'll second the motion to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So this is this is for year end of December 31st, 2024.
Yes,
All right. Have you reviewed the
yes.
Yes.
math on this? Everything okay? Okay.
Yeah,
Good. All right,
yeah, she did a great job.
we'll take care of that
All right.
here. Sheriff Jones, do you have anything today?
No, nothing.
Okay. Bill Mackey, do you have anything from your office? All right. You guys are making it awful easy today. Okay. You have any mail you need to share?
I don't.
Does the county attorney have anything today?
No, I do have the cemetery deeds drafted. I want to review, I want to take a second look at something, and then I'll bring those to you guys and let you guys review them before the next meeting and have them on the agenda and rock and roll with them.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything under old business?
Nope.
All right, under new business, we have Mike Kleinpeter is here from Kleinpeter Consulting to talk about the OOR grant application that's open right now.
So good evening, commissioners and public. Mike Kleinpeter Consulting Group. As you know, last year we discussed the OKRA grants that were available to the county. At that time, Everton was looking at doing a utility planning grant study, and that slowed us down on submitting for the owner-occupied rehab program. Everton's grant was submitted. It did get approved and funded. So now we are eligible to apply again for grants through the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs since we have an executed contract. The owner-occupied rehab grant for the public is a grant that's available for up to $500,000 and would require a local match of $57,000. This grant would provide assistance directly to residential homeowners that meet income eligibility criteria. The improvements that can be made through this program are roof, furnace, AC, hot water heater, electrical, and an ADA ramp up to the entrance are all eligible things that residents could apply for. The maximum grant for any individual house is $25,000. The income limits go based on your family size and how many people live in the house. If you're a one-person household and you make below $45,450, you're eligible for the program. 2 people, $51,950. 3 people, $58,450. 4 people, $64,900. 5 people, $70,100, and the list goes on. We do have a public hearing scheduled for this Friday at 1 o'clock where the public's welcome to come and talk about the project, ask questions. We went ahead and scheduled that. I've been working with Joe Lisa to work on this. We went ahead and scheduled that to leave the options open for the commissioners and council. The grant is due next Friday, so it's coming up quickly. So we have a public hearing Friday at 1. Our team is going to the county council meeting this evening to talk with them about this as well, so they're aware of the program and can help market it as well. We do need letters of support from residents, so if you're a resident that needs home improvements and could benefit from this program, please submit emails or letters. The email address is Mike, M-I-K-E, at kleinpeterconsulting.com. So that's M-I-K-E at KLEINPETER consulting.com. So with that, these grants are offered quarterly. So this one coming up is Friday. Award announcements are a month from that. We do have to do radon testing on any house that's interested in participating. If the radon level is above 4, Okra does require that we do mitigation. That does count towards that $25,000 and can be used. So really, you know, that flyer tells you a little bit about the program, but if the commissioners want to move forward with this program, we have to pass a resolution by next Friday because we're on this super tight timeline. So with that, I'll answer any questions you may have.
Do you think it'd be more feasible to hold off and go at the 3-month range?
These Okra grants, they are competitive. You are competing against other communities that are applying. I think we definitely have a need here. I need to get letters from residents to show the support for that need. And I'm hoping that Friday we get some of that. Don't have any of it yet, but that's just because we just became eligible, and I know Joe Lisa's plan on posting something on Facebook. I will need some documents from Jane and Dale turned around pretty quickly to make the next Friday deadline. We've always had a lot of success, and so the quick turnaround just, you know.
Okay, what happens if we try to get everything together by next Friday and not able to?
Well, you know, if you guys say make next Friday's deadline, we'll make next Friday's deadline. The question will be how much residential input do we have to include in our application, because that's going to determine whether you get funded or not. I have no doubt Jane can turn around the paperwork, you can turn around the paperwork. But if we don't get residential support and photos and issues they're experiencing and why they need this program, then we won't score well. And so that's the kind of stuff that we're still needing for our application. So if we pass this resolution today, now we haven't had a chance to get in front of council yet, is the other thing. So they are aware of this program. I think Joe has emailed them about it. I'm sorry, Joe Lisa has emailed them about it. But we have not been in front of them yet to make sure we have their support.
Well,
I don't want to stand in the way on this, and I know you don't either. But to be realistic,
Yeah, it's a
are you allowing yourself enough time? So that's the only question that I have in my mind, so.
Well, I mean, we could pass the resolution and proceed forward and go to the council tonight and hopefully we get stuff by Friday. And if we don't have enough to be a competitive application by next Friday, we can not submit. If we do, then we can submit. If we submit and we don't get funded, we can go back in the next quarter. So we're not out anything, it's just, you don't want to get people's hopes up and then disappoint them, you know, so. But I mean, that is an option too. We can submit with what we got to try to push this through and we may make it, you know, it's just we're not sure because we don't have that stuff yet.
Right. I don't think it would look good for us to deliberately turn in a substandard application. So, but if you could, if you could meet everything, all the requirements you need, I'm okay with it. But
Does the resolution have to have a public hearing?
So in the resolution, it says that, it's got language in there that says you have held or you will hold, I think. Let me find it for you. Or if you got it, Jane.
Yeah, it says you has conducted or will conduct public hearings. Yeah.
So we're okay if we pass it.
So we're only the first hurdle in several you got to overcome. Because you haven't talked to council yet.
So I haven't talked to council yet, but on any of my previous grants, I've never went to council before, to the county council. I've always just worked with the commissioners, but we thought it would be a good thing to go in front of them and make sure they're aware of the program and stuff like that.
Well, this one would require an obligation of $50,000 from them.
Sure.
So, we can't get around that.
Okay. So we'll go there tonight and see if they want to proceed forward. And if they do, then we're fine because we passed a resolution. Or we can do a special meeting between now and next Friday if they want to proceed forward to get this resolution passed.
I think we need to move forward with it.
I got no objection. But then if you can't put all the pieces together before the deadline, then we'll just
Just hold off on it.
hold off until the next round
Okay.
and be better prepared that way. Not to put you in a spot, Mike, but
Yeah, I get it. We'll
I
make it.
understand what
We'll
you're-
make it.
I understand what you're up against here. I know everybody wants everything right now, and that doesn't
Yeah.
work well for you in this situation. All right, you wanna pass it?
You have a number,
Yeah, 25R3.
25R3. I move that we approve resolution 25R3 on grounds that council approves the match. That work?
Yeah,
That works.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second to approve resolution 25R3. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 2 ayes, Jane. There's step one, Mike.
All right, step one. Just a reminder again, Friday at 1 p.m. is the public hearing in this room. If anybody from the public is available and is interested in the program, you can ask questions, find out more. If you could bring a letter with you of how this would impact you or why you need assistance or anything. Oker's looking to hear from residents on what they need and why they need it. So if you are watching out there, please come by on Friday with a letter. If you can't, then please email it to myself or to Jolisa if you've got Jolisa's email address.
That'll be this Friday.
This Friday
At
at 1
1.
p.m.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Mike. Is there any other new business? Okay. Under patron concerns, we have a representative from the celebration in the Ville, right?
Hi, I'm Amanda Falk. I am one of the event coordinators for Celebration in the Ville from the Sassy Peacock LLP group. This year is our 5th year. We did move forward a week this year to accommodate for other events that was going on before. That's why the move was this year. We had 5 other events that we were up against: graduation, Mother's Day. There were several other big ones, so we decided to push forward a week to help everybody out. So that was a reason for the move. And so this year we combined it with the food truck battle from 2023, and we brought it all downtown. So we put 2 events into one, and that'll take place on Thursday evening, starting at 7 o'clock. We will shut down Central Avenue from 4th to 7th to get it ready for the food trucks' arrivals starting at 6 a.m. on Friday. The food trucks are first come, first serve, so they'll come and get in line, and we will put them in accordingly, and they will be up and ready to serve on Friday at noon. This year we have 28 food trucks coming from 3 states, and then for our non-food vendors, we have just under 100 non-food vendors coming from 72 different cities, and they will be in the courthouse parking lot. The road shutdowns will be starting at 7 o'clock on Thursday from 4th to 7th Street on Central, 5th Street from Grand to Eastern, 6th Street from the alley to the parking lot to the Daniels Girls, and on 7th Street from the alley to Central. And then on May 16th, like I said, the food trucks will start arriving at 6 a.m. and they will come in from 7th Street, and we will have us and some other volunteers out there to help with that traffic flow. We've also talked to the local police officers to help us during setup and dismissal. The non-food vendors will start arriving as well on Friday morning, some of them as early as 6 a.m. depending on how big their setup is, and they'll be arriving from Grand and turning in onto 5th Street, down Market Street, and then kind of loop around into the parking lot. We're going to park all the vendors as cars. We've got talked to the park, and there's nothing going on over the weekend in the Little League ball field. We're going to take all their cars and take them down there, and then we'll transport them back with golf carts and gators, so that way it leaves open parking for all the attendees. Both days the event starts at noon. Friday the event will end at 9 p.m. Saturday the event starts at noon, and the total event will be over at 11. You got the breakdown on Friday and Saturday. The food trucks are from 12 to 9 on Friday. And then all the various businesses downtown are going to be open and having special hours. They haven't all gotten them to us, but they're all going to put signs up and advertise on their own what they're doing. Imagine Performing Arts is going to have a jazz performance at 7, and Friday night is our community stage. We have different community people going to be on the Market Street Plaza stage, and for all the big questions, yes, it's going to be finished. And on May 17th, everything will start at noon, and then you can see down through the list, you can see the different time spots when they're going to end. And we have 4 live bands on Saturday as well. Anybody have any questions?
Sounds like you're going to have your hands full.
We do, but we have a great team. We have great family and friends, and some good volunteers that help us every year.
So, you plan to be able to use the new
Yes.
stage out here by then? Okay.
When I met with Chad yesterday, their hope is that everything will be done this Saturday.
Well, that'd be good.
They're out there right now pouring. And the electric was hooked up last Tuesday. The light bar was put up on Saturday. So each day something seems to be getting completed each day.
Got anything to add to that, Dale?
Nope, I'm good. Come out and enjoy.
Well, thanks for coming in and sharing that information, Amanda. Okay. The county historian, Donna Schroeder, is here. And I can't remember if you're representing the cemetery
I'm
commission?
cemetery today.
Okay, cemetery commission today.
I'm still hysterical. I'm Donna Schroeder, and today I'm representing the cemetery board. And we are asking to apply for a foundation mini grant. And I did bring you there's one for Tracy too. Should I do with that?
I can put it in her mailbox.
So, what we would like to apply for, the mini grants are $2,500. And the signs that you see on one side of that are signs that are sanctioned by the state from DNR. And so we already have those signs at Nulltown, Martin, and Old Orange. They're $170 a piece. And we propose to add 9 of them to roadside cemeteries. And as you can see, they have the name of the cemetery, the date approximately of the first burial there, when it was established, because a lot of times you don't really know. I'm sure that in at least a couple of them, they're unmarked graves that were prior to, or maybe graves that were marked, but the markers were lost along the way. And at least 3 of them, I believe, have Revolutionary War soldiers in them, so that ties in nicely with the 250th. So that would be a total of $1,530 for those. And then the rest of it, we would like to spend on the cleaning solution that we use, which is D2, and brushes and other sprayers maybe, in hopes that when we have workshops, that if the material is there, then maybe we can get some volunteers to come and help with cleaning and restoration. Because that D2 is expensive. It's 50, I don't know, I think if we buy it in a 5-gallon bucket, we can get 5 gallons for $200, $209 or something like that. It's very expensive, but it's what they're using in national cemeteries. You go in, the way we ordinarily do is go in with a really soft brush and some water, try to clean off the growth and whatever's on it, and then spray it, and then you just leave it, and the stone will look pretty bad when you leave, and you come back in a month or 2 months, and it's all nice and clean, and it kills all of that biological growth and all that. It won't take off stains if you've got, stains from rust or something like that. It won't take it off, but anything that's biological, it'll clean it up. So, and then tourism has agreed to buy a video camera. They were going to buy one anyway, to maybe put things on YouTube to, you know, different events and different sites. And so with that, we'd like to work with them and do a series of actual cemetery tours so that we could kind of spread the word about our history and who's in those cemeteries. So that's basically what we're asking, is to be able to apply for that grant.
Okay, tell me again what the total value of this grant is.
It's $2,500.
$2,500.
The signs would be $1,530. And then probably, I don't know if you guys have signposts or how we would have to do that, but that would mean 18 posts. Those have already have 2 holes drilled in each side of them, on each edge.
Let's ask the guy that would know. Chris, I know periodically we drag in damaged signposts and pile them up down there. Do we have anything around down there that could be repurposed?
Yes, we could come up with enough somehow.
Yeah.
And
You say
then
there's 18
it would take it's 9 signs, so it would take 18 posts. And then would you install them?
I would have to have a conversation with my sign guy and see if we can accomplish that. I would guess as long as you're not in a terrible hurry, got a date set, we probably could.
Now, do you think we could do them within a year?
Well, I would say we probably could.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna guess we can work out something somehow or another.
Okay.
If not, Chris can do it.
Yeah, we can just tell Chris to do it.
This
Yeah.
would be good.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, Bill Mackey can help you.
We've already been making Bill Mackey do stuff, poor guy.
Make sure it doesn't fall off the ladder.
And I'm sure people from getting ran over.
Yeah. So all these new signs would be just like the ones that's already at Nulltown and Old Orange. Those
Yeah.
are really nice signs. They-
Except at the bottom, it would, where the donor thing is, it would say Fayette Community Foundation.
Yeah.
Would be their money.
I'll move to approve the mini grant for $2,500.
Okay, I'll second the motion. We got a motion and a second to approve the Cemetery Commission's application for $2,500 mini grant from the foundation for cemetery signs and cleaning chemicals. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
2 ayes, Jane. There you go.
Thank you, folks.
Good luck.
Yeah. And thank you.
Is there any other patron concerns in the room? Anyone? All that leaves is claims and payroll.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Motion and a second for claims and payroll. All in favor? Aye.
I got mine right here. That's yours.
I wonder what we need to wait.
Or have her just come in,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, have her stop.
yeah, have her come in and do it. That concludes our agenda for today, unless we're forgetting something.
Not that I know of.
I think there's a chance. Yes, something's telling me we are leaving something. Now, Jane, are we forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Good.
blame her if we are.
Okay,
Guaranteed now.
all right. Well,
We were good, Jerry?
we have a motion by Dale, second by me to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye. 2 ayes, we're adjourned. Thank you all very much.